Good morning, and welcome to Fortune Cookies Live. Super interesting current events. It is Friday, March 4th, and we are doing a hello, good morning live. Going to do a check-in with some of the revelations that we had for Melinda French Gates. Noticing she's using the middle, her maiden name again. So looks like she's going to be converting back over to that. So revelations that we've had, she has said that yes, the party boy Jay Epstein had an effect on the marriage, that she completely disapproved of the relationship with her estranged husband. I guess we call him estranged at this point. So we're going to do a little check-in on that. We're going to see how she is. Now, I don't want to say she's long suffering, because she did, they are probably one of the wealthiest couples in the world, if not the wealthiest. And, what is it? Daniel Tosh says, you never see anybody that's not smiling on a jet ski. So, that finances will take you a little bit out of the way. And we have 22,000 square feet. I'm going to light some incense. I got Nag Champa today. I got a nice big pile of incense dust over here. I got to clean up. I usually do that on Fridays. So, sound off in the chat. Say good morning. Tell me where you're logging in from. And we are going to get started. So, and comment on how you like the lives. I prefer the lives. I think it's a little bit easier. I don't have to upload anything. They just go live and then save to my YouTube. So I kind of like that. If you like the lives, give me a thumbs up. Let me know. And so let's do a pressure check on Melinda Gates. And as usual, I'm doing my sloppy shuffle. Oh, thank you all for subscribing and watching and liking and supporting my channel. There are details in the description of this video for private readings. This is a tarot reading. This is for entertainment purposes only. I am just a silly little psychic over here in New Jersey, USA. Also tonight at 7 o'clock East Coast time, Alicia Wicker and I will be doing our usual Friday night live, and we've got some weird stuff coming up today. So I think we're gonna stay away from political events, but we are going to be talking about some current events. So some neat stuff that's going to be coming up, explosive things we're going to be talking about. So let's see. Let's get a pressure check on Melinda Gates. Let's just see where she is, see how strong that energy is for her right now. I still don't feel like that was shuffled enough. Let's give it a little more, a little more. So I don't really read with this deck in reverse. I love this deck. This is like really like my go-to deck right now. I really do like it. It's very expressive. This is the Merry Melodies, Merry Melodies cartoon deck. It's 1940s cartoon. So we got her right here in the middle, and she's trying to negotiate, trying to put things together, trying to calm everything down. But she has to relearn her tactics. The Devil card is right here in reverse. So I'm thinking that there was some manipulative behavior on her part in the past. I don't think she's sociopath, psychopath, that kind of thing. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. But I do think that there was some manipulative behavior that was going on. I feel like there was a bit of codependency here. And when you're in a codependent relationship, when you're in a narcissist empath relationship, there is always some participation on the part of the empath. Sometimes the empath does kind of play into that whole thing, especially if you're with them for a long time and you have been trained. I don't want to say learned, but you've been trained um in the behavior, the responsive behavior they have. So I think there was some of that going on. Now she's trying to unlearn that, and she is trying to regain some kind of sense of autonomous self. That's where we're headed toward. This is like a learning process for her, where she's becoming this autonomous self. She's breaking away from the couple. Now, even though the Two of Cups is a coming together, the Eight of Pentacles over it that crosses it and binds it is creating a very, very different um g- uh, 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 combination here, a different aspect of that Two of Cups. She's really trying to bring herself back together and get out of this. It's not like stinking thinking. Those of you that have gone through recovery, stinking thinking is, where you're still in that addicted behavior, but not necessarily using at the time. So, we can liken that um to the codependent empath relationship. We can, because it is a level of addiction that's going on there. So for her, this is a breaking away, coming away from that relationship, regaining herself. Now the Temperance card is also about uneven dealings, uneven outcomes. So this makes me a little bit concerned about her standing at the end of the divorce. There's something a little bit uneven here, and I I can't quite put my finger on it. We're gonna get some clarification. Maybe we'll get coins. I've got my coins right here. I want to get some clarification on that, where that unevenness, where the it just seems like an imbalance. Again, that Temperance card sometimes is about an unfair deal that's cut. So let's see what these say. Jump right in my hand. I had like a whole stack jump in my hand. So we'll take two of them. So we have, and if you can't see that, it is it looks like a martini glass, but it's like a champagne glass. And we have the cactus. So 57 and 53. So this is celebrate and alcohol dependency, or we've got prickly attitude, a symbol of endurance. So just give me a sec. She has to weather through this difficulty and stay away from alcohol. I don't know if she drinks, I don't know if she doesn't drink, but she needs to stay away from substances that will remove her from the process. One of the things, I was in a difficult relationship some time ago, and I was seeing a therapist about it, and I was having such bad anxiety. I told him, I said, "Just put me on medication. I just want to be put on medication." And he said, "No, I'm not going to put you on medication, because if I do, you could run the risk of becoming complacent. And you could, if we level you out and you don't have any emotion about this." One of the best things that a therapist ever said to me. He said that the anxiety is like hiccups. You just got to get through it. And he said, "I want you to stay mad. I want you to, because I was in the right, let's put it that way. He said, "I don't want you to dull your senses." And with that, he said not only medication, but excessive alcohol drinking or anything else. He said, "I really want you to stay angry and, keep those feelings alive versus dulling them or making them more manageable." So that she really does need to keep her wits about her and keep her feelings on the surface. So just grabbing a drink, hang on. So she can keep responding accordingly. There's a feeling here of him trying to convince her to do something different, and she really does need to step away and not let him get in her ear and just proceed with her plan, not have him interfere with the plan. So on the bottom of it all, she's very upset. Like this is not the life that she wanted. She expected her life to be very, very different. She expected it to be a much more charted course, a much smoother course. And she also wants to continue. I presume this is with the foundation, wants to continue with good things and keep um keep alive the good things that she was doing, almost to the point where she wants to do additional good things to make sure to make up for lost time here. So that is very interesting. Now, one of the things that she did say in an article that I read was that she was reluctant to meet Party Boy. You guys know who he is. He who should not be named. She was very reluctant to meet him, and she claims to have met him once. So, and was completely repulsed by him, did not like him at all. She thought he was super creep, he's super creepy. Yow. Whoa, super creep, super creep. Okay, so what she thought of him. So, what she thought of him, her impressions of him were that he would be altruistic for the wrong reasons. That was it really was a guise. She felt that it was a guise that he would put on to seem like he was altruistic, and she saw through that. She didn't like it. She immediately did not like him. She immediately knew that he was a creep. It's like the hair on her arms and the back of her neck went up when she met him. And she just I I'm getting the emotion, and she just really wanted to get the hell away from him as quickly as possible. Again, for entertainment purposes only. It's just tarot reading. So here we have beginning, middle, and end. Um, in the beginning, it was sold to her either by Bill or by Party Boy himself, that they were going to be doing good things, it was going to be coming together, and this was another layer to the charities that they had, another layer to their lives and what they could be doing. But she immediately was like, no, I don't want to be involved in this at all. And again, it's because it was not a charitable endeavor. She saw through it, and she saw that there was some creepiness there. And I'm getting the sense that there was some kind of idea that was pitched to her. And I don't think that it ever came to life, but there was some kind of an idea for an additional charity that was pitched to her, and she was like, absolutely not. Like, she just saw so many holes and so many trap doors, and it was just very, very creepy and very off-putting for her. And I do wanna say some of this was intuitive for her. Her intuition was firing off. It was blowing up when she met him, and I guess rightly so. So, that is very interesting. So where is her estranged husband in all this? Where is Bill? Reminded of Alice in Wonderland's story when she ate the cakes and grew in the White Rabbit's house and then had her foot in the fireplace. And Bill the lizard was crawling down the chimney, and she gave a little kick and said, "That's Bill," and kicked him, and he flew out. So where is Bill? Where is Bill in all this? Let's get an energy read on him. See what his story is. It's weird that and I double shuffled for her, and I'm double shuffling for him because like there's a very sticky energy around them. Like I don't know if it's from all the tech stuff, but it's like a very they're kind of hard to zero in on. She was a little bit easier after a few minutes. He's very hard to zero in on. Let's get our psychic stones from Alicia Wicker. It's my little psychic trio from her. Love this psychic trio. Let's give these a little. Well, I got all these stones. I got all these Alicia Wicker stones. It's like the little Alicia Wicker parade over here. Yay! Let's see what Bill has to say. Good morning, everybody that's jumping in. All right, let's get Bill. Bill. Feels a little looser now. There we go. It's like a muscle. You gotta stretch it out sometimes. Ooh. Oh, sad squirrel. Okay, he did not think that this would ever happen. He didn't. He feels like a huge loser. Um, he is upset about it. He's mad sad about it. This sad squirrel card is specific to this deck, and I really like it because it's like a mad sad energy. It's almost like a toddler tantrum, when your toddler is mad and crying at the same time and stamping their foot and freaking out. It really it's a good descriptive card for this. So, he definitely he never thought that she would ever file for divorce. He thought they had a rock solid arrangement. He thought that everything was gonna be fine and she was just gonna keep doing what she was doing. I don't get the sense that she had any paramours or anything on the side. He had that former girlfriend that he would, like, go on a vacation with once a year, which is, like, bizarre. Um, but he never thought that she was actually gonna pull the trigger and leave. They now in the article that I read this morning or yesterday, she said that it was, not one thing that did it, but it was a whole bunch of little things. And I tend to believe that, but there is always that one thing that pushes you over the the straw that broke the camel's back kind of thinking. So there is something that happened, and that he was very surprised by it that she finally said, "No, I'm done." And he's not sure where the future is going to go. He's not a young man. He's not he's not ready to go out and rebuild. I don't like he's committed to not having a relationship moving forward that's formalized like a marriage. He's not willing to do that again. This was like a one and done for him. I don't feel that he's going to get married again. That former girlfriend is not going to be next in line. I don't feel like there's anybody next in line. He's really just kind of baffled. Now, I did find out some weird things about him. Like, he was a huge flirt, and he would like ask girls out to dinner all the time at work. And at his companies, at the foundation they had, I do think we're gonna see some things from that. I think we're gonna see a lot more information, coming out from those resources. I think those women are going to, start to speak up and start to, let us know, what he was like behind closed doors. So, in his head, he's trying to reconcile and rebuild. He's gonna smokescreen with a lot of work things. So there's going to be some work things. Now I know during the State of the Union, Intel has contracted to build a massive facility smack in the middle of the United States. And I think he was a little upset about that. I think he is angry that he didn't get a front seat to that. But the reason that he didn't get a front seat was because of the divorce and the association with Party Boy. So that's why he wasn't there. He's a little less palatable than he was a few years ago. So and he's kind of upset about that. He feels like this could be very damaging to his reputation. um I don't think he's worried about what Melinda will say. I think he's worried about what other parties will say. We got a little bit more. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So he feels like it's not moving forward, and we're still in the building process of the split. So, when we build a marriage, the way that I read it, the marriage itself becomes an entity. So we do have, one spouse and one spouse, and then we have the marriage itself winds up being an entity too. So right now, the process of the divorce, the entity of the divorce is still in this thinking process. It's still in the ethereal. So remember, when we do Tree of Life, we have Ace, 2, and 3. Those are all in the ethereal. We're still in the conversation here. Our Eight of Wands is speed when it's upright, it's movement, it's communication. This is shutting down communication, not letting that communication out, and standstill. It's like holding things back. This is like a big, like, hairy, greasy plug in your plumbing. Not like your personal plumbing, but like your kitchen sink. This is just like a big greasy plug, and things are not going. There may be some information trickling out bit by bit, but there's something tenuous holding it back. And eventually that is going to come loose and all the information is going to flow. So we are going to find out some more information, possibly from the individuals that he was flirting with and asking out. I think we're going to see some more information from them. I think, the advisement that he was asking girls out via email after meetings and whatnot, gals. I think we're going to hear more about that. I think that in the article that I just read was a breadcrumb, and I think they're all going to start, kind of comparing notes and working together. Is this going to be a takedown for him? Is it going to be like a reputational takedown? So, sorry, my computer was hiccuping. Da-da-doo-doo. Um, yes, he He's going to react privately, and I believe he is reaching out to some of them privately to protect his reputation and to protect what he's built so far. And he's going to express to them, look, I need to have a life after this, so just cut me some slack. And there could be some money that exchanges hands. He could be buying some people off here. Is Melinda going to be a major threat to this? Is she going to be a component of this reputational takedown? So I do think there is going to be some effort for reputational takedown. Is Melinda going to be a part of this? Is she like a ringleader? No, no. I don't think she wants to have anything to do with it. I think she wants to move forward. So we've got our King of Wands in reverse, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Empress, which is our mother card, and just kind of doing the right thing. I think these two really tell us that she's trying to move on. She's trying to move on. And good morning, Serendipity. How are you, my darling? I do think that she is trying to rebuild her life. It's like a train, and if she was running on a track with him, you know how the train tracks split, she's trying to get on to her own pathway. He I'm not sure if he wants to get her back. I'm getting the sense that there was a definitive moment where everything did close out. I think he knows that it's a one way at this point. If you all have any questions about them, you can put them in the chat. Sloppy shuffle. So, does he hold out any hope for this relationship? Is Bill holding out any hope for this relationship? Oh. Yeah, it looks like he kind of still thinks what's so crazy is like the Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet kind of comes to mind. It feels like he's like, well, if they could do it, I hate to say it, but Bill Gates ain't no Jason Momoa. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but he ain't no Jason Momoa. But it looks like he, was holding out, like maybe they could, maybe time spent was going to overcome any difficulties that they had. He definitely did something that was a line in the sand for her, and she just said, I am cooked. So Serendipity, so is he involved with Ms. Markle? We haven't talked about her in a while. Ms. Markle. Sound off in the comments if you want to hear about Ms. Markle. I heard she's getting sued by her sister. So let's see. Is Bill Gates? We're gonna do a big V. We'll do Meghan Markle, Ms. Markle, and then we'll do Bill Gates. Are they interested in each other at all? Is there some interest there? Well, there's our pentacles there. Oh, serendipity. This is a funny spread. Oh, and there's the devil. Okay. So, for her, yeah, she's low key into this relationship. We got our sun in reverse. This is like low key under the surface, not just out and about, not overt. This is like working in covert means. And serendipity, there it is. Boom, there's the money. It's all about the money. Money. So, and she tried to bring in some other parties. Here's our working together card. She tried to call in some resources and people that would maybe put her in the same room as him or get him in the same Zoom or anything like that. But there was a lot of resistance from that. There were a lot of people that were like, yeah, you don't really want to be a part of that, and I don't want to be a part of it, and I don't want to do any introductions. I just don't want to do it. And the sense here is that the parties that she reached out to knew it was some shady stuff, and she tried to sugarcoat it like it was, again, for entertainment purposes only. This is just a tarot reading. She tried to present it as uh, getting involved in charities or whatever, and the reality is they knew that it was just about the ka-ching. So for him, he's already caught word of it, and he knows that is a dead end. He knows that is going to be strictly, like a bad scene. He very clearly sees what's going on with Harry right now. I still think one of the funniest Donald Trump moments was when he, or 4 to 5, I can't say his name because I might get popped. The 4 to 5, when 45 said something, Meghan Markle doesn't like you, and he was like, "Yeah, Harry, good luck." I think he knows pretty well what gold diggers are like. So Bill understands that it definitely was a dead end kind of situation, and you know that this is going to basically create a lot of sadness. Will take away some of his creature comforts, and that this would be like, I'm getting the visual of a drain. It's just drain, money going down the drain. So he's isolating himself. He's making himself very, very hard to contact and get in the same room. So um heart of the matter, he is not ready to move on. He has a lot of emotions still about the demise of the marriage. He still feels he's still his efforts to rectify it are still there. He's still trying to be super nice and hoping that demonstrating being super nice is going to sway her. But she really does feel like, Melinda, she cut that cord with him. Um, under uh, Under the surface of this, he knows that this is not a real interest in him as a person, not a viable relationship, not a legitimate relationship. This would be strictly power, money, hungry. So yes, I do think that she is trying to reach out to him, that Meghan Markle is trying to get involved because he's a single guy right now. Wild and crazy guy, but he's got her number. He knows what's up. So, all right. And what was your question there, Princess? Serendipity. Will his connection to Party Boy, I dropped a card. Hang on. Will his connection to Party Boy damage him? Let's take a look. So, I do think there's some weirdness going on there. There's definitely some weirdness. You know what's the worst thing? I do like the Jackass movies, and I have to stop calling you know who Party Boy because I love Chris Pontius Party Boy. Party Boy! Those of you that watch the Jackass movies. Makes me want to party. So, but for today, we'll keep calling him Party Boy. Party Boy. So, relationship with Party Boy. Is it going to damage him? So, what we'll do is past, present, and I dropped another card. Future. So, past, again, we have that sad squirrel who's like a mad, sad kind of dude. I think this is from the revelations that came out. Um, I think he is upset with himself that he did not do a better job of concealing things. So what do we have there? That is an iron. Hang on. I had to do the clarifier coin. So still looking these up. Iron. Time to iron things out. Things are ironing out. So I think he was sorry that he did not cover those tracks up a little bit better. He didn't wipe off the fingerprints. I think he is sorry that he wasn't more discreet. Not sorry, but sorry that he wasn't more discreet. Past, present, things are kind of again, this is that greasy, hairy glob that's in the sink. Things are plugged up right now. They're not coming out. They're not information's not coming forth. But now here, this Knight of Wands, we have positive press and positive things. So I think he is going to, sorry, I just yelled. I think he is going to come out with some kind of information. There's going to be some kind of positive press, and we've got our little frog prince. Don't be fooled by appearances. Oh boy. So I think he's going to try and do some positive press here. He's going to try and correct this, but it's going to be very transparent. We're going to be able to be like, oh, like whatever. Not really seeming like the altruistic dude that he is. Nine of Pentacles, he does feel very unsupported and exposed, not protected, and he's trying to dig into work because the work and the tech that he has done has been it'll wind up being his swan song unless something really bad blows up and that's his swan song. It feels, and I'm sorry that I'm making the illusion here, but Gary Glitter was a well-known celebrity until he went to the Southeast and started doing things there. Let's just put it that way. And then was outed for that. And now he's known as a creep. And also like we have the same thing like with Joan Crawford after Mommy Dearest was written, which all of you know that I have my own personal opinion about that. I don't think that Joan Crawford was a bad mother. I think that was a hit job from Christina Crawford. Just my opinion. Just a tarot reader. But Bill is going to try to really, really pump up what he is good at, the work that he is good at. And I think he's going to start to put more information out there. He's going to start. Yeah, it's really hard to be innovative in the way that he had been historically because we do have the issues um with obtaining chips and having production for the actual hardware. But he's got some ideas and they're brewing, they're working, they're trying to come to work paths so that they can get it done. Now, the Sun card says that there's good stuff in the future. However, I think this is revelation. I think things are going to come to light. So, whether this is, and it does have a good vibe to it, it doesn't necessarily have a bad vibe to it. I think there are going to be some good things that are going to come out professionally. And I don't think this is the foundation. I think this is all technology based here. Um, and I do feel that maybe he's going to reach out and partner. Um, and I don't want to say it's PR because there's actual real work behind it, but I feel like we may see like a big three, like Elon, Bill, and Jeff Bezos. I feel like we might see those three kind of come together as like a power pack of technology and like, hey, let's sort some shit out. Um, it does feel like he's going to attempt to forge some relationships with some others and to kind of make like a three of cups, the maiden, the mother, and the crone. Like feels like he I don't know who's who in that three though, but it feels like he's going to try and put together some partnerships and have those partnerships work through. And I just threw out Elon and Jeff Bezos. I don't know if that's, but it feels like he's going to try and have some partnerships together. That guy wants to jump out. And it's going to be a change. It's going to be a new level to his career. So serendipity, he's going to do his darndest to deflect any of the negativity, and anything that is exposed right now. They're trying to keep it under wraps. Whatever it is, the bad stuff, they're trying to keep it under wraps. They're trying to keep it out of common conversations and electronic media. But this Knight of Wands, sometimes that is information that's getting out. So this could be the breakthrough where we get some more information. I certainly think that the gals that he was asking out and hitting on are going to be a bit more vocal, and I think they're going to be doing interviews. And I don't think there's any NDAs or anything that were signed. These were employees or employees of the foundation that he was like, hey, yo, wanna go to dinner. I think really that's what's going to happen here. So let's wrap it up. Let's do a little future for what Melinda should be doing. We'll see what Melinda can do. What is her best course of action? And to be sure, like divorce is sad for anybody. Like I feel bad for anybody that's getting divorced. It's like her whole life gets turned over. She should keep moving forward and take a higher ground. She needs to stay away from the negative press that goes out. She needs to not be a participant of that. She has to watch getting a bad deal. Okay. Don't let it keep her up at night. She's got to put that the attorneys, the team of attorneys that she has, she needs to put them in place. She needs to let them do their job. She needs to not have any conversations. I don't know if they're still in the same house. I don't know what's going on, but like she needs to not have the casual conversation. He is like calling her up like, "Hey, it's a really nice day." Like he's trying to do like the casual conversation like nothing has changed, and like he's not talking about the elephant in the room, which is the divorce that's happening. So he's trying to be very casual about it, and it's kind of freaking her out because she does know, she is an aware empath at this point, and she does know that she's recognizing the manipulative behavior. She's recognizing the talking to her and trying to reel her back in. She recognizes it now. So that is bothering her, and she's like kind of second guessing everything. She needs to just put those attorneys in charge and just let them go forward. She needs to go to the spa and chill out and kind of rebirth herself. So I always say, one of the things that my husband and I like to do, we like to go for um saline floats. I don't know if look it up, Google it in your town for, a float spa. But you go in these isolation chambers, you go in by yourself, and they put, 100 or so pounds of salt into, it's basically a hot tub kind of clamshell. It's a big clamshell thing. And there's so much salt in there that it's like the Dead Sea. You float and you can, good morning, Eva Anna. You can just go in there and you basically black out. Like it's the best thing I can tell you. You go in, you float, you can do like an hour and a half or 2 hours. And when you come out, if you have arthritis, if you have any, I actually just got my dad turned on to this. I sent my dad a gift certificate, both my parents a gift certificate for going for floats down at their house. And my dad said it was really great. The next day, he felt great from his arthritis. I know float spas, right? Serendipity. Oh my God, they're the best thing ever. My husband and I actually want to build one in our yard. When we build our garage, we want to have space for one. But she needs to go away. She needs to unplug and not be in the conversation anymore. And that's what's going to help her totally break away and get to that next level that she has to go to. There's no more fight. She doesn't need to fight. She's going to be taken care of. And she knows that this isn't about, for her, it's not about money. For her, it's about sanity. She's trying to get her head in the right place. Now, she is forever going to be connected with this individual. So, going away and taking that time out and getting her head right is actually going to help her for the future. This is not going to be like she breaks up with him and tra-la-las and she goes off into the sunset. She's always going to have to have some kind of dealing with him. So taking that time out and almost strategizing her responses to him in the future is going to be very, very important to her, and very important to her well-being. Um, she does not need to go back to the foundation and work things out. She needs to take a step back, not leave it, but she needs to take a step back and focus on herself. She really needs to create this sense of autonomy. She needs to have a pause so that she gets this spiritual autonomy from him. This is actually pretty good reading. Um, and her defenses, she should not be working on the offensive. She should be working on rebuilding. So, and this is really hard when people get divorced because sometimes they get so caught up in the mechanics of splitting up that they don't work on the rebuilding of the new life. And that's really where she needs to go. He's making some efforts to have her not do that. He's kind of trying to distract her from doing that because that is his trigger for, oh shit, this is real. And she's really leaving. For her, she really needs to pull away from the foundation, pull away from the works that they did together, and invest herself more in creating this new life for herself and really creating that autonomy. And there's so much spirituality in this. She really does need to extract her. And any marriage is going to have this spiritual entwinement. She really does need to take a grand step back from the relationship. So I think we're just about to the end. The future. So we've got some future here. The future is unknown. She does want, now I said earlier, I don't think the bill is going to go anywhere, but I do think that she wants a more fulfilling relationship and she is trying to manifest that. Or she will be trying to manifest that. But that's one of the things that she really wants. I mean, unfortunately, it feels like like the last 10 years or so that the marriage became a business. And it no longer was, "Hey, we have so much fun with each other." It became like, "All right, well, we have all these responsibilities and we need to work on them together." So, she's looking for someone who wants to do that, but who's also going to fulfill her and fill her cup and fill her heart up. So, that's gonna be interesting whether she does that or not. So, and it doesn't feel like somebody tacky. I'm gonna say it feels like somebody legal, feels like a lawyer, feels or an accountant or somebody who's wearing a suit and he's like translating stuff for people. So, all in all, I think she's gonna be okay. It's a tough split because there is a bit of this narcissist stuff going on. So there is kind of a tough split for her. It's going to be difficult, but if she unplugs herself and she moves forward, I think she's going to be fine. We'll do one last card. Heart of the matter for her, and yeah, he's still gonna try and woo her. So that's the thing she needs to really keep in mind is that he's gonna keep trying to distract her, from planning out her future, from moving forward into the future. So, um, but all in all, I'm interested to see what's gonna happen with those other gals, what they're gonna have to say. Uh, but for the most part, it is a happy Friday. Those of you that stuck around with me this morning, thank you so much. Thank you for all the likes, shares, subscribes. Tonight, 7 o'clock, Alicia and I will do our live broadcast of Dueling Tarot, and we're going to have some fun, explosive stuff to talk about. So, everybody, go have a great Friday, and I will see you at 7.